So do you remember the advert for, I think it was Coke, or it might have been Diet Coke, from, I don't know, 1985 or something like that? I just remember a lady wearing a rah-rah skirt, yeah, very 80s. She probably had blue eyeliner on as well, and some sort of like Jennifer Rush poofy hairdo. And she was carrying a tray with a bottle of Coke, and she was wearing roller skates, okay? And she was zipping in and out of the tables with her snake hips and looking very cool. I wanted to be able to roller skate like that. I really did. Well, we've got some roller skating tips for you tonight on our 5 minutes of fitness, and some tips about how they can actually, your roller skates can become your new exercise class. So it's not just about, skating around carrying a bottle of Coke or whatever else you want to drink. It's about how they can actually help you stay fit. 5 minutes of fitness for a Friday, just after 7 if you want to listen to that. Perfect. 7 minutes past 7 now, which means it is time for our 5 minutes of fitness. Now, this is something that we are doing throughout lockdown. So how much longer will we continue? Well, we'll see. But, we're all talking about different forms of exercise because the gyms are closed, etc. And we're allowed outside for our one bit of daily exercise. So some of us have been doing it when we never have before. So we thought we would just speak to a different expert every night on this show and bring you some inspiration. It's so good for us, okay? A bit of exercise, a bit of fitness. So we're just getting some tips for you. Now, tonight, our guest coach is Amy Halford. And Amy has got a form of fitness that I haven't actually heard of or talked about before. Now, Amy's based just on the other side of Ross-on-Wye. She's just on the very edge of South Herefordshire in Newent. And it's all about the roller skates. I had a good old natter with Amy earlier and asked her, how's life? Is everything okay?
Yes, not too bad, thank you, Kate.
Lockdown life for you? What are the implications? How are you finding it?
I haven't found it too bad. I've been kept really, really busy. I've been homeschooling my 2 children and then trying to get business roller fitness off the ground. So I haven't really had much time to think about it, really.
Oh, well, that's good. Okay, so let's talk roller fitness because, that's what we're here to discuss, our fitness. How did you first get into roller skating? And do you do it on blades or like the 4-wheel skates?
Wow, I've always been into fitness. I've never been a skater. I just absolutely love my fitness. And I'm always looking at new ways of working out. And a few years ago, I just decided to get some skates out. I used to do it as a child, get my skates out, dust the dust off them. And I thought we could really adapt some exercises here. And they are a really great way of working out. So it just kind of went from there.
So, okay, well, that's how you got into it, which is good to know that anybody can start. Why is it so good for us? Why is it such a good fitness activity?
When you're skating, you're literally using every muscle in the body because your body is constantly trying to pull you back into that centre point, stop you from falling over. So you're working your balance, your coordination, you've got cardiovascular fitness in there, and also the exercises that we've introduced. We're doing muscular strength and endurance as well because we're using our skates as weights.
Of course. So what about falling over?
Yes, there is always that, and we do have to be really, really careful in our classes with that. And you can get shin pads, you can get all of the gear to help protect your joints and things from falling over. But there are, we do try and teach everyone to fall over safely as well. So, if you do feel yourself losing your balance, what you're supposed to try and do is just get into the crouch position so you don't have as far to fall.
Yes, fully support that. And so you mentioned classes. So this isn't just, roller skating around together. This is actually using it as an exercise class specifically.
Yes.
So what happens?
So all my participants will come. We obviously do some skating. That's what, a big part of the fun element is, learning to get back on those skates. And then we do like a lot of, we've adapted. So like like fitness exercises that you might do in a legs, bums and tums class. Mm-hmm. We've just adapted them so that they're accessible then to do on your skates as well. So you'd be doing some abdominal workout, you could be doing hamstrings, but you're actually doing the exercise using those roller skates.
And like you say, they're weights as well.
Yes, so we will end up lifting the skates and using them at the end, of your lever type thing. And yeah, it's just extra resistance to your workout.
Oh, fantastic. So what's happening during COVID, and were you doing this before?
Yeah, so we launched just prior to COVID. Obviously, going into COVID, we haven't been able to run any sessions, but we're on the lookout. So we've got, we're all online, and we're trying to find more instructors to do this, to get more classes out. So we've just been concentrating more so on trying to get the instructor training out during COVID. And then as soon as we can go back to teaching the classes, we'll be getting the classes back up and running.
Well, okay, so that makes sense. And for you, is it your business, rollerfitness.uk?
Yeah, there's two of us involved. There's myself and Chris Olston. He does a lot of the marketing side of the business. And we've both just been working really hard, to get it all up online, to make it accessible for instructors to study during the COVID period.
Right. So the business is okay, though?
Yeah, I mean, it's, as I said, we launched it literally just totally the wrong time. We launched with our instructor training as we went into COVID. So originally the instructors were supposed to be coming and sitting in like a lesson and like doing the course with us face to face. Then we went into COVID and we just, we were really like, we're going to have to try and change this now, to go with the times and to adapt. So we then took the whole course back through a process, and we got it up online, so that it's now distance studying. Yeah. Okay,
well, at least you're continuing. Have you got a plan to come back?
Yeah, I mean, we've had all of my ladies throughout COVID just saying that they're really missing their classes. When can we start again? When can you be up and running? So we are definitely wanting to get the classes back up and running. I think that we can start teaching outdoors soon as well.
Yes.
And keeping an eye on what the government are saying. So I think we're going to get the classes up and running outside first, just to be able to safely just get back into it as soon as we can. Yeah.
And are you roller skating in the meantime? Are you going up and down and around and about?
Yeah. We've been over in Newton. There's a great new basketball court, which is a wonderful smooth surface, and we've been out practicing some new exercises and just getting new ideas all the time. So yeah, we've been practicing throughout.
That is good to know. And roller skating, I always think of it as a retro thing from the 80s.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely retro, but I think it's coming back. I mean, I think through lockdown, people doing skating has just increased massively. And I know that, we've seen on the news and stuff that skate providers, skate manufacturers were actually struggling to keep up with the demand of skates that people were ordering, which is great for us.
Yeah, well, that bodes really well for after lockdown, Amy, doesn't it?
Yes, definitely.
And so you want to get people into your classes, which are Newent based near Ross and that side of Herefordshire, and you also want to train new instructors to have more classes in other areas as well.
Correct. Yeah.
I love this. So it's a rolling out and potentially go national.
Fingers crossed. We've sold a few. I mean, we've actually gone international. Actually, we've sold a few courses. We've got a instructor in Portugal, USA, Germany, Spain. So we're hoping to go bigger than national. We're hoping to really, really get this as an international sport.
Well, I love the sound of it, and as I don't live too far away, you might see me on the basketball court having a little go around. I've just got to look to find myself some roller skates. Have you got a good website that I should have a look on?
There's a lot of, do you know what, you can get some great skates from, just looking on the internet, but I think at the moment I'm loving my feelers. So, right. I'm liking my feelers, so check out the feeler.
I will. Well, Amy, thank you so much for being our guest coach tonight. I'm inspired, and it does sound like a fun way to stay fit, which I think is what it's all about, isn't it?
Absolutely. Yeah, definitely.
And good luck with your business. How exciting. Keep in touch.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Really nice to speak to Amy Halford. So that new business is going reasonably well, considering. It's on pause at the moment. www.rollerfitness.uk. Look them up. The website's brilliant, and there's lots of pictures of Amy looking fantastic on there as well, with her big roller skates on. I think I might have to get myself a pair. that was our 5 minutes of fitness tonight. A bit longer than 5 minutes, but it's a good one, I thought. Should be lots of fun.